So today I want to talk to you about this little gadget right here, the Anchorman Safety Leash. As far as I'm concerned, this should be a must addition to any winger's quiver. It is a heck of a lot of fun, and I certainly get a lot of use out of it. So first and foremost, the Anchorman Safety Leash is made in case for some reason you become detached from your wing. The anchor will bury itself into the water, and it will slow the downwind progress of the wing so that you can chase it down. Most of the time I use my sea anchor in the waves and in the surf, where I can do a wing drop, and then I can enjoy riding the waves without holding on to anything. I also use it on flat water to practice my pumping techniques to stay up on foil. And that way I don't have to worry about a dock start or somebody pulling me, so that I can get my foil up on point. There have been times in the ocean with high surf where I felt that if I tried to walk out of the surf or into the surf, both with my wing and my board, something was going to give. So what I've done is in the past, I've swam out with just my wing, I've dropped the anchor, I've come back to shore, I've grabbed my board, and I've gone out beyond the surf, caught my wing, put it all together, and I am good to go. And I've done the same thing coming into shore, where I'll drop my wing, come into shore, surf into shore with my board, take my board, put it on the beach, and then swim back out and get my wing. I will usually do a wing drop before I take any kind of a break. I'll just come close to shore, I'll drop the wing, I'll surf into shore, I'll pull my board up, and then I'll just wait for my wing to drift to me. Something that is real popular with the beachgoers and also a lot of fun is dropping the wing a long ways away from shore, surfing in, and then you go in, you put your board on the ground, you go, you get your water or beer, you hang out on the seawall, drinking your beer, watching your wing drift in. And again, when it gets close enough to shore, you just pick it up and bring it in. Or if you're done hydrating and done snacking and it's still a little ways out, then you can swim out to your wing with the board, assemble it right there, and boom, you're good to go. You pop the leash free of the waist belt, and it will deploy this little tiny parachute, which when it drops into the water, fills up with water and acts as a sea anchor to slow the downwind progress of the wing. Is it 100% effective? No, it is not. There are times when that sea anchor will not deploy because it gets tangled up in its own lines or because it sticks to the canopy of the wing. I've even had the sea anchor end up underneath my strut so that it can't get free. I have come up with a technique that seems to work most of the time and seems to eliminate any potential issues like the ones that I mentioned earlier. Disengage the Anchorman from the safety leash and hold on to that orange tube with my back hand and let the sea anchor inflate with air just to make sure that it is not tangled and it is fully functional. Once I've got that figured out, then I'm ready to do my wing drop. And when I drop my wing, I let go with my back hand, then let go with my front hand, and I'm still holding on to that orange tube with my back hand, and that's the last thing I let drop in the water, so that I know for a fact that it's going to end up upwind of the wing itself. Once you drop the wing, you do a wing drop, you're going to want to go downwind just in case for some reason the sea anchor doesn't engage and the wing starts flipping. It'll come to you instead of you having to chase after it. When you're done with your free surfing session, all you have to do is sit on your board and wait for your wing to drift to you, or you can do a combination where the wing is drifting towards you and you just belly up on your board and start swimming towards the wing. Now when you go to put the sea anchor away again, I highly recommend that you take the waist belt and you move the attachment piece right in front of your belly button. It's a lot easier to hook things in and put your anchor away than it is to try to do it on the side of your hip. There are times where if you're going to do multiple wing drops you don't even have to bother putting the sea anchor away. All you do is just bunch it up in your hand and your backhand, hold on to the tube with your backhand, and you can wing around absolutely fine. It's not a problem. And right before you drop it, once again, you just loosen up your sea anchor, hold on to the tube, make sure the sea anchor is fully functional. Better said, it fills up with air, there aren't no tangles, and then you can go ahead and wing drop and enjoy the rides. Just make sure you're not doing it in a crowded place, because in case something goes wrong and that wing starts flying through the air, you don't want it to hit anybody and you don't want anybody to get hurt. Somehow get the message across to the people that you're winging and kiting and surfing and windsurfing with that this is what you're doing, because there are a lot of do-gooders out there, and if they see you've become detached from your wing, they're just going to assume that you didn't do it on purpose, and then they might try to rescue your wing, which will then disengage the sea anchor, which might then send the wing flying through the air, etc., etc. Boaters especially, they're always willing and able to help, and I guarantee you, people that don't know the wind, don't understand the sport, they see you separated from your wing, they're going to think you need help, they're going to go to your wing to try to retrieve it for you, which again might disengage the anchor, or worse yet, your wing might get tangled up in their motor, tangled up in their rigging, and before you know it, you got a destroyed wing because somebody was trying to help you out. So overall, what do I think about this Anchorman? I love it. It's a must for every winger. You must add this to your quiver. It's not that expensive, and if you want an additional discount when you go to purchase this, all you have to do is go to the Damian Leroy YouTube channel, where Gwen and Davian give the Anchorman review, and at the end of the video there's a link for a discount. Enjoy, guys. I certainly am, and I certainly do.